Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12. News at 12.
In the local scene, the Albay Provincial Board Committee on Tourism, Culture and the Arts advanced their proposed tourist-oriented police, community order and protection Top Cop program during its committee hearing on August 10 at the new SPA conference room. Chaired by 2nd District's Board member Attorney Melissa A. Abadesa Armidilla, the hearing discussed the partnership among the Province of Albay, Department of Tourism Region 5, Philippine National Police Regional Office 5, and Albay Police Provincial Office for Top Cop. The Top Cop program aims to further enhance tourism safety and support a welcoming, secure tourism environment in Albay by improving tourist assistance, safety, and protection through a dedicated tourist police unit and assistance facilities in key destinations. Personnel readiness was discussed, noting that 106 police have tourism police training and 42 are assigned duties and logistical needs, including equipment and transport, were also reviewed to ensure personnel are prepared. The Provincial Legal, Budget, and Tourism, Culture and the Arts officers were tasked to refine the MOA, detailing agency responsibilities, funding, training, and logistics. The committee recommended passage of a resolution authorizing the governor to sign the MOA after revisions and budget clarifications. In other story, the Albay Provincial Health Office, through its Environmental Sanitation Program, conducted a dengue orientation caravan in Ligao City to strengthen community awareness and action to prevent and control dengue and other vector-borne diseases. The activity was carried out in coordination with the Vector-Borne Disease Program Coordinator, the Provincial Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit, and the Health Education and Promotion Officer of the Provincial Health Office with support from the Ligao City Health Office. The caravan focused on equipping communities with essential knowledge and practical measures to reduce the risk of dengue transmission, particularly through improved health education, environmental sanitation, and community participation. The collaboration among the Albay Provincial Health Office and Ligao City Health Office and community members highlights the importance of coordinated efforts in addressing vector-borne diseases. The Dengue Orientation Caravan is part of the province's ongoing efforts to strengthen health promotion and environmental sanitation measures and to empower communities to take an active role in protecting their families from dengue. In other news, the Albay Police Provincial Office started a 3-day basic life support training yesterday, August 18, 2026, to equip police with essential life-saving skills for emergencies and disasters. The training covers patient assessment, CPR, hemorrhage control, and basic first aid for injuries. The goal is to improve personnel's ability to offer immediate aid in emergencies, especially during field operations, incidents, and community crises. The initiative is part of the Servisyong Noel, Alerto Albay disaster program, enhancing police emergency response across the province. Albay Police Provincial Office Provincial Director Police Colonel Noel Donato Nunez highlighted the importance of life-saving skills during emergencies, saying the training bolsters Albay Police Provincial Office's readiness and public service, especially in providing prompt aid to save lives. In the national scene, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Tuesday ordered law enforcement agencies to conduct a thorough investigation into the shooting at Ateneo de Zamboanga University that left 2 people dead. Marcos expressed condolences to the victims' families and the entire university community, stressing that schools should be among the safest places in the country. He directed authorities to determine what additional measures are needed to prevent similar incidents and ordered the government to work with the schools and communities to strengthen safeguards for students. Ateneo de Zamboanga University confirmed the 2 fatalities following the shooting at its junior high school campus on Tuesday morning. The university said students were secured by school personnel, while parents and guardians were immediately contacted to fetch their children. The university is coordinating with authorities in the investigation and has urged the public to rely on its official channels for verified updates and respect the privacy of those affected. In other story, the Armed Forces of the Philippines said China increased the use of law enforcement vessels in the West Philippine Sea, with 77 China Coast Guard ships monitored in the first half of 2026. The figure is higher than the 68 China Coast Guard vessels recorded in the same period last year, which the AFP said indicates greater emphasis on law enforcement activities in the West Philippine Sea. The Armed Forces of the Philippines also monitored an increase in research and survey vessels from 33 to 44, including 16 that displayed unusual tracking patterns within Philippine maritime zones and other areas of interest. The number of People's Liberation Army Navy warships decreased from 100 to 78, while China Maritime Militia vessels declined from 999 to 850. The Armed Forces of the Philippines said it will continue monitoring developments and protecting the country's sovereignty, sovereign rights, and maritime interests. In other news, a bill filed in the House of Representatives seeks to require littering offenders to perform community service, including cleaning canals, esteros, and other waterways. House Bill 10841, the Anti-Littering Community Service Act, proposes 8 hours of community service for a first offense, 2 days for a second offense, and 3 days for third and subsequent offenses. Navota's Representative Tobit Chanko, the bill's author, said that improperly disposed garbage can clog drainage systems and worsen flooding, affecting families, motorists, businesses, and communities. The proposed measure seeks to strengthen the implementation of the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000 or 2000 and to impose penalties on local officials who fail to enforce anti-littering rules. The bill also requires proper safety measures during canal cleaning activities and provides alternative assignments for offenders who are vulnerable or medically unfit. And in the news outside the country, Meta is facing a U.S. trial over allegations that its social media platforms contributed to mental health problems among children and teenagers. The proceedings will serve in an advisory capacity and their findings will be non-binding. The final decision on liability and any remedies will be made by the presiding official. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg and Instagram chief Adam Mosseri are among the senior company executives who could testify. The case comes amid growing legal pressures on social media companies with thousands of lawsuits accusing platforms of harming young users. Earlier this month, a New Mexico court ordered Meta to pay an additional $567 million and imposed 5 years of court-supervised reforms to protect minors. In other story, Myanmar has, for the first time, acknowledged nearly 309,000 Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh as former residents of Rakhine State, paving the way for possible repatriation when security conditions improve. Myanmar's foreign ministry said 308,975 displaced people had been verified as former Rakhine residents and would be allowed to return when the region becomes more stable. Efforts to begin large-scale repatriation have repeatedly failed due to security concerns, conflict, citizenship issues, and the lack of guarantees for basic rights. More than 1.3 million Rohingya are currently in Bangladesh after fleeing persecution and violence in Myanmar, particularly following the 2017 military crackdown. Bangladesh has insisted that any repatriation must be voluntary, safe and sustainable, while Rohingya refugees have called for guarantees of citizenship, security, and fundamental rights before returning. And finally, in the news outside the country, with reference to the Philippines, the head of Albay PIO's economic estate said the planned PAC Silica project in New Clark City could help strengthen the Philippines' manufacturing and semiconductor industries. Lima Land President and Albay PIO's economic estates head Rafael Fernandez de Mesa said the U.S.-led initiative could help the country move up the value chain, particularly in semiconductors, artificial intelligence, and other emerging industries. He said the project could also attract new industries, create more job opportunities, and support economic growth. The Philippines is among about 20 countries that have expressed interest in joining PAC Silica, which with plans to establish an AI hub in an area supported by the Luzon Economic Corridor. Trade officials have clarified that the hub will not host major data centers, but only facilities needed by its locators, addressing concerns over the project's potential use of energy, water, and other resources. There's a News at 12, August 19, 2026. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. Thanks to our news writers, LJ Lorejo and Ian Buitre. And on the technical side, Chad Bovis. And our Provincial Information Office OIC Marty Gonzalez. And, of course, under the supervision of our Governor Noel Irusal, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing. Albay in my heart.